Tonight, the country, no, as a matter of fact, the world is celebrating a birthday fit for a king. Elvis's birthday, that is, and I saw people celebrating in Australia this morning.
You're right. We've been hearing about it all day on television, on the radio. People are talking about it. The rock legend would have been 75 years old today if he were still alive. He visited Louisville, though, a few times, so we headed to our film archives here at WHAS to look at those concerts. We first found WHAS coverage of Elvis back in 1956, and it is a special Friday flashback right here tonight.
Doing the thing that you want to do, but honey, lay off of my shoes and don't you.
It didn't take long for Elvis to catch on as a national sensation. He played in Louisville a few times in the 1950s. This film footage from WHAS from the Armory, now Louisville Gardens, in November of 1956 shows Elvis on stage. The footage is silent, but it speaks volumes about the impact Elvis had right here in Kentuckiana. The Armory was packed with people, many lining up for hours before the show to get in. A shot of the parking lot shows some of those great cars from the 50s. And the marquee shows something you don't see often, Elvis playing not just one concert, but two in one day. That was Elvis early in his career. Now the crowds were even bigger nearly 2 decades later as we flash forward when Elvis came to Freedom Hall. WHAS 11 reporter Jim West was at the hotel where fans had staked out Elvis.
Presley arrived here at the downtown Roadway Inn about 4:30 this afternoon.
We had 10 years to see him, so we're out here to see him now, and then we're going to the concert.
At Freedom Hall, the crowd gathered early, where Jim West described the scene.
Here at Freedom Hall, people from 5 to 50 years of age and beyond were here early to see Elvis.
Oh, well, we like him real well. It's my youngest one here. She likes him, and she likes him. We all do.
You think that he appeals to all ages?
I think he does. I'm a grandmother of 7, and I believe he does.
Then that night, our cameras were there as the king left his hotel and made his way to the sold-out Freedom Hall.
Quick shot there, but we got it. Even the reporter sort of looked like Elvis that day, don't you think? Well, Elvis played Freedom Hall again in 1976. That was the year before he died. Don't forget, you can watch more of the footage and a slideshow of Elvis's performance on WHAS11.com. Plus, check out our entire collection of Friday flashback newscasts and WHAS shows anytime right there on the website.
Well, we have to say, you were at that concert in 1976.
I was a little boy and went with a relative, and I remember it. I think I remember the milk duds more than anything. Because we didn't have the best seats. You didn't see him up close because those were probably very expensive. But I do remember him.
He looked great in that shot, in that 1976 shot, but it was just a year before he died. And it's one of those things, I remember the very building, the very step I was standing on when I heard that Elvis died.
Yeah, I was in high school, and people don't know this. Doug does a very good Elvis blue suede shoe. You want to do it for us?
No, Monty, that's more of your repertoire.
All right, no, I'm not going to do it, but thank you very much.
You're thinking about it.